Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Crazy Over Parties. As usual guys, before we get started, please make sure that you like, subscribe, share the channel with other creators, DIYers, event planners, anyone that you know that will love a good DIY video. In my previous video, I was telling you guys how I had a client call at 9 and say she wanted her hotel room set up for her birthday by 5:45. So I had to get everything together quick. So as you guys can see, I am now at the hotel and I'm blowing up the balloons to make a balloon garland above her window. I will share the link to that previous video in the description below so you guys can click on that to see how I made those DIY centerpieces. So we're starting to blow up our balloons. As you guys know, we don't overinflate our balloons and we press them against our skin, allowing some of the air to come out to give us a nice oval and round shape. I am now beginning to tie my balloons together. I tie my balloons in fours, 4 balloons to a set, and then I tie the neck of the balloon to another neck of the balloon to save on material, and it makes the balloon cluster tighter. And like I've said before, I've learned that from online balloon classes, and it is a great trick. So I'm placing my balloon garland where I want it to go, and I am using a command strip to hold the garland against the wall. Just a disclaimer, I have been having a hard time with command strips holding like they're supposed to. I typically use a 30-pound, and clearly the balloons are not that heavy, and it's still not holding even if I use 2 to 3. So I am about to stop using command strip and find a new solution for my problem. Here's another example of how I tie the balloons together. When I say neck to neck, I'm showing you guys, or I'm showing you what I mean by that. Hopefully you can see it and catch it, but it's literally as simple as grabbing one end of a balloon and tying it to another. I'm getting ready to add another command strip to the wall and get my garland exactly where I want it to be. And I'm going to add the second half of this balloon garland to the wall, and as well as the other balloon garland that's already placed. The art of creating the perfect garland is literally playing with the way you place the balloons. So I have my garland here. I was trying to figure out which way I wanted it to be placed. So I kind of flipped it around a couple times before I got the positioning right. But literally, that is how you create your perfect look for your setup, is to literally just turn the balloons. If you're not happy where a balloon is, place it somewhere else if you can. That's the best thing you can use is a 260 to do your balloons. So you can cut your 260 and place your balloon somewhere else if you add it and you don't like it. For this setup, my client requested to have a very clean look. The color scheme was supposed to be white, silver, gold, and a small touch of red. So I decided to do all white balloons just to give it that clean look that she wanted. And in the end, she absolutely loved it. Now that I have my garland facing the correct way, or the way I want it to be, I am attaching it to the command strip and to the other garland with a 260. And this was the beginning look. Had some more work to do, but that was the beginning structure of the garland. So now I'm tying more balloons. I'm getting more balloons prepared, and I'm tying a 260 on each side so I can add it to the garland that's already up on the wall. I wanted to fill in that gap that was at the top, so added another large balloon cluster on that end, and then I ended up adding a cluster of 3 on the opposite end to give the garland a more full look. I love using a 260 because, as you can see here, I can move that balloon easily and place it so many different places because the stretchness or the stretch in that 260 balloon. If I were using a glue dot, I would not be able to move that balloon around once I had it placed. And now that I have my garland built completely, I began by adding my flowers. So I had extra flowers left over from my flower arrangements. So I decided to add that greenery, that fresh greenery into my flowers. I'm sorry, into my balloon garland. And it turned out so pretty. My suggestion when you're adding florals is to definitely either one, use a glue dot to hold it in place, or tie each end with a 260 and wrap it around your balloons, and it should hold in place fine. Because these were fresh flowers, I wasn't worried too much about them sticking the balloons and making them pop. But if you're using artificial flowers, just make sure that you watch the end of the stem and make sure it's not sharp and it doesn't stick your balloons and pop everything that you've created. And this is how the garland turned out. The all white balloons with a small touch of greenery was just that clean look that she wanted. I loved how everything turned out. I'm also adding pictures of the flower arrangements. And like I said before, I am going to link that video below so you guys can see how to make those DIY centerpieces. My client was so happy for her birthday. And like I always tell you guys, that's all I could ever ask for is for my client to just be happy and to know that I understood the assignment. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. If you want me to do a different video, please let me know and I will add that soon. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much for watching and be safe.